This is MJ, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this large hexagon. I'm using super bulky yarn to make this and a 10mm crochet hook. The yarn I'm using in this pattern is Bernat Softee Chunky, and the colors I'm using is ultra blue, emerald, pumpkin, wine, and clay. So I'm beginning with ultra blue for the center of my hexagon. And we're going to start with a magic circle. So wrap the yarn around your index finger 3 times. Take your hook, slide it through all 3 loops, grab your first loop and pull it through, and we'll chain 2. I'm not including that chain 2 as a stitch. And now I'll work 12 double crochet in the ring. So yarn over, go through, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you want to make 12 double crochets in total. Okay, so now push your work out of the way. Take your tail and start pulling the loops. You'll see that this loop here is pulling in, so take it, grab it, and it will pull the other loop. Now grab your tail and pull it tight. Now we'll slip stitch into that first double crochet to join. So now for round 2, we'll chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our chain 4 will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Now working down into the same space here, we'll work a double crochet. And that's going to make one of our corners. Now we'll work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And now we want to make another corner. Our hexagon has 6 corners. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet into the same stitch, making the second corner, and double crochet in the next stitch. And now we're just repeating this all the way around. So a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet in the next, and a double crochet in the next. And I'm moving quickly through these double crochet stitches, so if you need to review our beginner tutorial, the link will pop up on your screen and you can go review that before working the hexagon pattern. So now you should be ending with a double crochet in that final stitch. And you can go back and check your work. You should have 6 V-stitches, which make the corner, and 1 double crochet in between them for a total of 6 corners and 6 double crochets. Now we want to change color on that final double crochet. So let me pull that back and show you how we do that. So yarn over, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, and now we're going to bring in our emerald color. So we'll yarn over with emerald, pull through, and we'll join into that 3rd chain, and then slip stitch down into the corner, and we'll chain 4, and we'll double crochet into the same space. Now I'm just going to cut off the blue, and all these ends can be weaved in after. Now we'll work a double crochet in each stitch across until we get to our next corner. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then in the corner, a V-stitch, which is 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. So now again there'll be 3 doubles, and then we'll reach the corner here. You just always have to make sure you get that first stitch, that it's not being covered over by the V. And just repeat this all the way around. Okay, so I'm coming around here to the last 3 double crochets we need to make. So there's 1, 2, and then as you can see, this is where we slip stitched, and we need to add our final double crochet into this space. That is so we keep even with our increases. So because it's loose from the slip stitch, it's really easy just to add that last one in there. You can pull your tails to tighten it up, and when you weave it, it will tighten. And now we'll slip stitch into the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3 of the starting chain 4. And then we slip stitch down into the corner and chain 4. Now this round's a little bit different because we want to make our space for this stitch that's going to come down like a spike here. So we'll complete our corner and add our first double crochet in the space. And now we'll work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we'll chain 1 and we'll skip the next stitch. Work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2. And then we reach the corner. So between each corner, this is the pattern: 2, chain 1, skip, and then 2, for a total of 5. So we'll work the corner, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and then I'll work this one with you again. So we work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2. We're back to the corner, and just repeat this all the way around. Okay, so I'm coming back around, and we should end with our 2 double, chain 1, skip, and then 2 doubles. Now we'll change the color on this one, and we're going to orange. I'll just trim the emerald and pull through with our pumpkin orange, and we slip stitch in the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3 of that beginning chain 4, and slip stitch down into the space, the corner, and chain 4, and work a double in that same space. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to work this spike in here. So we'll work 1 double in each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we get to our space here, and we want to work down into that skip stitch. So we yarn over, just like we're going to make a double crochet, go down, pushing your hook through, grabbing the yarn, but now we're pulling it up to the height of these double crochets. So we've pulled it up, everything's even, and you just yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Work 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. Then we reach our corner and we'll add 1 double, chain 1, 1 double. And then we just work the next section identical to here. 3 double, a spike down into the skipped, 3 double, and then you'll reach another corner. So just repeat this all the way around. Okay, so I'm just coming around. We're ending here with our 3 doubles, so this is the slip stitched stitch here. So we put the final stitch there. And now we're changing over to our red, which is wine. So we yarn over, pull through, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3 of the chain 4. And then slip stitch down into that space and chain 4. And now let's just cut our orange and get that out of the way. So we do have all these tails to weave at the end, and you want to make sure you're weaving them through light colors. So now double crochet to make our corner. So now what we'll do is we want to do another chain 1 space. Because this stitch is here, it kind of helps guide us as to where we want to do that chain 1, skip a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, skip a stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4 before we get to the corner. So work 1 double crochet in each of the next 4, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll chain 1 and skip over the spike stitch there, and then we'll work 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. There's 2. I'm just getting hung up here. Sometimes you'll get a tangle in the center. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're to our corner, so we'll work a double, chain 1, and a double in that corner. Okay, so now we just repeat this. So the next section again will be 4, chain 1, skip, and 4, and then you'll reach the next corner. So just repeat that all the way around. Okay, I'm coming up to my final stitch, and we'll be changing to our clay on that final double crochet. So pull through with clay. We'll cut off the red. Slip stitch in the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3. And then slip stitch down and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work a double crochet in the same space to make the corner. And now we'll be working another spike stitch in this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles, spike, and then 5 doubles. So let's work through that. And this is our final round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we'll work down into the skip stitch, yarn over, go down, grabbing the yarn, pulling up the yarn so that it's all the same height. and then work 1 double crochet in each of the next 5. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're to the next corner and we'll work a double, chain 1 and a double. And now you'll just repeat that all the way around, and you can see how pretty and fun this is looking. Okay, so I'm just finishing my final double crochet stitch. We'll slip stitch into the 3rd chain, whoops, to join. And then we can just fasten this off. And then you can just weave in all of your ends on the back. And for weaving, you just want to go in one direction and then weave back in the opposite direction. So weave through your light colors and then weave back. And do this for each of the strands so that you have them all weaved in.